Hi guys, it's Pete. I'm back for another weekly development update. And as I may have mentioned last week, my coursework is due this week, as like many, I'm a student. So unfortunately, I've not actually made any progress on the game over the past week. But I've got to put coursework first. However, once I've submitted my coursework towards the end of this week, I'll be able to get back onto progress on the game, and I'm quite looking forward to that. So, rather than just making a 30-second video saying I've not made any progress, I'll be working on it again next week, I thought a fun little thing to do would be able to showcase a game I actually made. So, this is a game I made called Orbit, which I made this in, I think it was December. Yeah, I made it a couple months ago for an assessment where we had to make a game every week for 6 weeks, and this was my final game that I made. So I just thought it'd just be fun to showcase this, rather than just coming up and saying I've not really got much to show. So if I just run it, I actually made all the music and graphics for all this as well. It's made in Unity with my mouse. So basically, the whole point of this game is you control this little basketball because we got given a theme, and this week's theme was based on a song. So I chose the song Space Jam, so then I could experiment with a gravity-based game. So as you can see, you can orbit round planets in order to go fast enough to then leave their orbit and go flying. And as you may have seen there, the planets with the red crystals and the red orbits around them actually bounce you away, whereas these normal planets will actually suck you in and whatnot. If I can get to a checkpoint, I'll show you what the black holes do, although you can probably guess. Let's bounce off this, there we go. So there's a little checkpoint flag on that planet over there. I'm not going to go through the whole game, I'm just going to show you the very basics of it. I can get to it, a bit rusty. Oh no! As you can see, the black holes suck you in and then kill you. But then there's also these blue crystal planets, which work similarly to the red ones. But if I can get to it, they launch you a lot faster. Oh. So the red ones, they'll knock you away, but it's still controllable. But if you hit a blue planet, you're just gonna go flying. So I can just get a little bit further. And there's quite a few resources in this game that I've actually reused in the game we're currently working on right now, like the meteors, for example. I learned how to use a particle system to create background meteors in here, and that's something I'm using in the current game. So I can actually get over here. Ooh, there we go. Because originally this game was actually going to be... It was actually going to control by being able to jump from planet to planet, but I was first of all struggling on how to get the jump to work with different gravities, but then I also discovered that just rotating like this to actually get enough speed to leave a planet's gravity was actually quite fun. So I just ended up changing the whole movement, which actually turned out really good. So I can get to this checkpoint there real quick. As you see, there's a ton of meteors in the background and whatnot. There's no real indicator of touching a checkpoint, which is probably something I'd change, but for making this in a week, I was very happy with it. Just bounce off here. There's moving planets, as you can see. I'll bounce into this, and then this will probably knock me away. Ooh. Am I gonna land? There we go. So I just thought this would be a fun thing to show, what you can actually make in a week. Because with this I had a very simple concept, but it worked out very well, I'd say. And I was also thinking, what can I learn from this game that I could sort of try and apply into the game I'm currently working on right now? Because I think it's probably good to actually look back and think what I could work on. So I think one thing is, I think with this game I had a very small scope, and I am a little worried that the current game we're working on might have its scope set too big. So I'm thinking of ways to try and tone down the scope without, you know, just making the game worse. Ooh, hit the blue planet there. Which is always a hard thing, because like, as someone creating games, you're always wanting to, you know, add more and more, but then sometimes you've got to establish, you know, when's too much, when you got to stop and just focus on the core things. So I feel like that's something I definitely have like remembered after looking back on this and a couple of my other games that I managed to make in a week. So yeah, I just thought this would be a cool little thing to share. And as you can see, I actually reused a few assets such as the meteors, the background, and that sort of thing. So once I've submitted my coursework towards the end this week, I'm really looking forward to getting back to work on the game. I think the first things I'm going to do is I'm probably going to create the ghost sprite and then create a ton more like varied rooms, because then I'll have a bit of a not much uni work after this deadline for a couple weeks, so me and my friends should be able to get a lot of work on the game, which I'm really looking forward to. So I think that basically covers everything. So I know this wasn't exactly a typical weekly update, but I thought better to just show something than nothing. And also, it's okay to have weeks where, you know, you don't make much or any progress, whether it's, you know, you're busy with coursework or burnt out or whatever. So on that note, thanks for watching everyone, and I look forward to be able to show you the progress I've made next week. So thanks, and bye.